Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody is doing well. It's time for the weekly Ventura County real estate market update. I'm going to keep this short today, I promise. My grandson's visiting, and I've only got a few minutes to spend with him prior to going out into the field. So today we're going to cover Ventura County. We're going to cover 3 cities, Camarillo, Oxnard, Ventura. As well, we're also going to cover a little bit of statistical information and an article I came across at realtor.com that I found to be relatively interesting as well. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go. I'm going to flip over to my screen there. Okay, this Ventura County, you're used to seeing this graph by now, I hope, coming from Brenda over at Consumers Title. Thank you, Brenda. And this is from Altos Media, and one of the sources that I think is the most up-to-date, right to the day. As you can see, this report is today. All right, so let's look at these numbers. Median price of new listings in Ventura County, call it $900,000, pretty stagnant with last week. You can see the graph to the left there as it swings around, like so. And your price per square foot is at $533 per square foot, pretty stagnant from last week. Average days on market, 95. Okay, so this one continues to increase. Keep an eye on average days on market. Last week it was 90. And median days on market, 56. And price decrease, 38%. Steady drop here. I want to go here to September 30th, and you can see this steady drop on the price decreases. We're going to talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. Average rent in our county, or median rent, I should say, $49.25. Ouch. Let's get over to Camarillo. You know what? Let me back up. I got to pay attention to this little dial right here. This guy. The slight seller's advantage, they're saying here. Slight seller's advantage. You see this dial here is at 42. Well, it's believed that it's a balanced market when it hits 30. So a slight seller's advantage. Okay, now I'll go on to Camarillo. Oops, still a strong seller's market in Camarillo, quote unquote. Median price of new listings is $947.5. Pretty steady. If you look at this graph, this guy's been really steady in Camarillo. Smaller market, of course, than the whole county. Price per square foot, $502. Got a little peak there, and then now settling a little bit. 62 days average days on market. You can see how this changes when you look at the whole county at 95 and you get over here into Camarillo 62. It tells you that market is a little different than the county. In other words, homes aren't staying on the market as long. Median days on market, 49. Price decrease, 45. Little spike here. So we had a little spike in price decreases this last week in Camarillo. We had 6% price increase. Haven't seen anything like that on any of these charts for some time. And the median rent in Camarillo is $3,500. Keep an eye on the dial, right? We're going over to Ventura. 51 on the dial. One higher than Camarillo, still showing a strong seller's market. Median price of new listings, call it $800,000. That's quite a drop from recent of 1225. This just means we have more of the bread and butter homes on the market now on new listings. Price per square foot, pretty darn high, right? $613, but it's been up there in Ventura. If you look, $639. It's been hovering up in that area. Average days on market, 69. Median days on market, 49. Price decrease, 50%. And median rent, $3,500. Pretty consistent across the board here. Oxnard. Oxnard, slight seller's advantage. So the county and Oxnard shows a slight seller's advantage. Camarillo and Ventura shows a stronger seller's advantage. Excuse me. All right, so median price of new listings, $689,000. Remember, we're in Oxnard now. Price per square foot, $501. Average days on market, 62. Median days on market, 49. And price decreased down to 41%. And your median rent, $3,500. So you can see the rents from each city. Camarillo, 35. Ventura, 35. Oxnard, 36. That's an awful lot of money to rent a home. In the county, 49.25. Well, you're talking about rentals up in Ojai and Westlake Village and Thousand Oaks, things like that. So the rents can be much higher. Okay? Okay. So let me get myself back up here. I hope I didn't go too fast, but I'm trying to get a lot of stuff in 10 minutes or less, which I have yet to do, by the way. One of these days I'm going to do it. So if you have questions about this data, you want to take a deeper dive on any of this data, I love talking shop when it comes to real estate, especially looking at data. I love analyzing it. And there's a lot to analyze right now. It's worthwhile to be a student of real estate if you're thinking of buying or selling a home. Super importante. Okay, I want to get over to, let's see, get over here. All right, scooting over here. There we go. Everybody asked me this question. Have home values hit bottom? Well, I'm thinking yes, personally. Okay, I'm just going out on a limb. I think we've hit a trough. Let me see if I can sneak in here. I think we've hit a bit of a trough here because I noticed that the inflationary numbers are starting to go in the right direction. I saw a drop in interest rates recently, which I'm sure everybody noticed. Granted, we're not down to 4s and 5s percentile yet, but we're, I think, heading in that direction. We still have a supply and demand issue here, not enough supply for the demand, although homes are staying on the market longer. So there's some trickiness to the data here, but I like this graph here. Have home prices hit bottom? This is a 2022 month-over-month change in median home prices from Black Knight. They are an amazing source, super accurate. Love Black Knight, like I love Altos Media. So, the headlines are all scary. Crash, boom, bubble, whatever. The data is what matters. So look at this. So January through May, we had year-over-year home price appreciation, right? Prices were still going up. Interest rates started to come into a higher state of effect late March, early April, starting to slow the market. And then we saw the numbers go negative in July of this year, right? Remember, month over month. So you're looking from this month, this year's month, last year's month. July minus 1.5%, 1.05%, August 0.98%, September 0.52%. We have yet to get October's data, and I'm going to be really interested in seeing October, November, and December. But the question is, have home prices hit bottom? All right. I think we're right there or super close. Okay. Let me scoot over to one other thing here that I want to cover. All right. I try to flip around faster. All right. Here's an article that came from Real Estate. I got to get out of the way. Hang on. Let me see if I can zoom this up too. Okay. All right. Come on, Will. There. Okay. First of all, I'm getting out of the way. And then we're going to try to zoom this guy up a little bit. Let's see if I can make this just a little bigger. Here we go. Okay. That looks a little better. All right. So 2023, this is from realtor.com. It's worth a read, the whole article, if you get a chance. It's under their trends area, news and trends area. The year of the home buyer. Remember, we're talking about 2023. Our bold predictions of home prices, mortgage rates, and more. All right. I highlighted the first thing I want to cover on this. The bottom line. Home buyers and renters hoping for some financial relief in 2023 will likely be disappointed. But they won't get whiplash either like that. The dramatic swings and wild gyrations in the housing market are expected to taper off as the real estate ecosystem continues to slow. Okay, look at this next paragraph. While the Realtor.com 2023 forecast anticipates home and rental prices will keep climbing next year, the increases will be much more modest than the huge surges we saw earlier this year. Mortgage interest rates, which have become the bane of many first-time and other buyers who can't pay all in cash, will remain high. So they're saying the mortgage interest rates will remain high, but they aren't expected to substantially rise again. Let me get back in here. All right, school's out a little bit on the mortgage interest rate card. There's a lot of different opinions there concerning on where are these rates going to go. The people that I follow in the mortgage industry, and I've got some super amazing folks that I follow, say no, rates will not remain high. Will they remain high throughout the whole year? No. It's going to take some time to bring them down. We still need the numbers to change from an inflationary standpoint, et cetera. But that's going in the right direction. We'll see what the Feds do here shortly. They're about to do something. And then we'll just see how that plays out against the 10-year Treasury bond market. And, of course, that's what's tied to, or that coincides with the mortgage interest rate market. We covered that a week or two ago. All right, going to get back over here. I had to just talk about those rates like I always do. There's one other thing in here I wanted to put here. Let's find it. Here, right there. All right, home price growth will continue to slow. Now, pay attention to the beginning of that sentence. Home price growth will continue to slow and could even dip a little over the next few years. Realtor.com anticipates the correction in the market could last through 2025. What does that mean? Well, that means that they're saying it could go up. Notice they're using the word growth. It could come down. So it's just really hard to say. Here. Whoops. Sorry. The expectations are the big, expensive cities where the rents. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want to talk about rents. This. Dang it. I'm so bad at this. All right. I'm not going to highlight it then since you're being such a weenie. The number of homes for sale will surge. Really should read this whole article. It has a lot of interesting information. It says the silver lining for buyers, long frustrated by the anemic number of choices out there for them, is that more homes will be available for sale. The inventory of properties is expected to spike by 22.8%. Remember, this article is about 2023. This includes only existing homes, which are previously lived-in residences, and excludes new construction. However, the surge won't be due to more sellers putting their homes up for sale. Homes are expected to sit on the market longer, and there will be fewer buyers who can afford to purchase property with mortgage rates so high. Those homes will accrue, which is why inventories will rise. We talked about this last week, about what's the difference between active listings and new listings. Well, active listings are listings that are just that, active. And as you saw in the Altos Media data, median days on market's up around 90 days. So if 5 new listings come on the market this week and 85 listings are continually active for 3 months, that is the difference that we're seeing at this time that we didn't see during the last 2 years. Those two numbers would be very steady over the last 2 years. One would come on, one would sell within a week, 10 days, right? Now homes are staying on the market a little bit longer. So while we're still seeing new listings, the active listings are growing because it's taking longer to sell them. I hope I said that right. Good Lord. Okay. That's it for today. I know that was a lot of information. I tried to keep it short. Didn't work. 14 minutes. Did it again. I hope you find this helpful. And again, anybody want to talk shop? I love it. You're planning on selling or buying a home? Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's look at this data deep dive and make sure you're well equipped and well informed on what your path should be to obtain your goals. If it's not me, see your real estate professional, talk to your mortgage lender, get immersed in this stuff prior to making a decision, okay? Super important. I think we're in a trough and we're going to be heading right back out here in 2023. Is it going to go crazy high? No. Do I think home prices are going to start to steadily climb in the spring and summer? Yes, but a small amount. That's my forecast for what it's worth. Glad you joined me today. Sorry I went so long. I'll be back next week. I would love to hear any comments or any suggestions so I can make these better and more useful for you. Thanks so much for being here. See you next time.